Got boards coming up? Okay, let's do a super rapid-fire high-yield review of the key transporters in the kidney. This is everything you need to know, and we're going to do it fast. Let's jump right in.
So you're cramming for boards, right? I get it. We are going to cut right through all the noise and just lock in the key facts that you are almost guaranteed to see on your exam.
Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to take a walk down the Nephron, flashcard style. We're going to hit the four most important transporters you absolutely positively have to know. You ready? First up.
All right, our first stop is the absolute workhorse of the nephron, the proximal tubule. I mean, this thing reabsorbs about 2/3 of everything filtered, so it is a busy, busy place. And a key player here is SGLT2.
Okay, so what is it? It's the sodium glucose cotransporter 2, or SGLT2 for short. It's pretty clever. It uses the sodium gradient to literally pull glucose out of the filtrate and back into your body. Now for the high-yield part.
All right, get ready. Here are your two questions. What drug class targets SGLT2? And what famous genetic syndrome is caused by its mutation? Think about it for a second. And here we go. The drugs are the hugely important SGLT2 inhibitors. You know them, the gliflozins. Now, that second question, that was a little bit of a trick question, I'll admit. See, unlike the other transporters we're about to see, SGLT2 isn't famous for a genetic syndrome. Its claim to fame is being a modern blockbuster drug target. So, the key takeaway is SGLT2 equals gliflozins. Got it?
Okay, let's keep moving. We're now in the thick ascending limb of the loop of Henle. This part of the nephron is all about raw power. It creates the insane concentration gradient in the medulla. And it does that with one incredible transporter, NKCC2. This guy, the NAK2Cl cotransporter, or NKCC2, is an absolute beast. It yanks in one sodium, one potassium, and two chloride ions all at once. I mean, it is responsible for reabsorbing about 25% of all the filtered sodium. It's a powerhouse.
All right, you know the drill. What superpotent drug class hits this target? And what salt-wasting tubulopathy do you get from a loss-of-function mutation here?
Okay, the answers: the drugs are the loop diuretics, like furosemide, and here's why they are the most powerful diuretics we have. When you block this transporter, you completely collapse the medullary concentrating gradient, which is the whole key to reabsorbing water later on. That's why they are so potent. And the genetic disease is Bartter syndrome, where mutations basically shut this segment down, leading to massive salt wasting. So NKCC2 equals loop diuretics and Bartter syndrome. Lock that one in.
Okay, we're making good time. Further down the nephron, we arrive at the distal convoluted tubule, the DCT. This is where the fine-tuning of salt reabsorption really starts to happen, and it is all defined by the NCC transporter.
So meet NCC, the thiazide-sensitive sodium chloride cotransporter. It reabsorbs maybe 5 to 7% of the filtered sodium chloride and, well, as its name pretty much gives away, it has a very famous inhibitor.
Quick, what supercommon diuretic class inhibits NCC? And what genetic syndrome is basically its mirror image?
And this is just a classic pairing for your exam. The inhibiting drugs are, of course, the thiazide diuretics. The loss-of-function genetic disease is Gitelman syndrome. In fact, think of it this way. When you give someone a thiazide, you are pharmacologically giving them a temporary Gitelman-like state. NCC, thiazides, Gitelman, they are a package deal.
All right, we have reached our final destination. We're at the late distal tubule and the collecting duct. This is the last stop for sodium reabsorption. The final decision point controlled by aldosterone, and the key player here isn't a cotransporter, it's a channel, ENaC. This is the epithelial sodium channel, or ENaC. It's just a straight-up open door for sodium to enter the cells from the tubular fluid. Now, while it only handles a tiny fraction of the total sodium, its regulation is absolutely critical for your final urine sodium concentration and, of course, your blood pressure.
Okay, final challenge. And pay attention, there's a little twist on this one. What class of diuretics blocks this channel? And, notice the wording, what is the gain-of-function genetic disease associated with it?
And the answers are, ENaC is exhibited by potassium-sparing diuretics like amiloride, and the genetic disease is Little syndrome. This is a rare kind of hypertension caused by a gain-of-function mutation, so the channel is stuck on, leading to way too much sodium and water retention. The key point? ENaC is linked to amiloride and the hypertensive state of Little's.
Whew. Okay, we just raced down the entire nephron and covered the 4 most testable transporters out there. So now, let's put it all together on one single powerful slide. This right here is the money slide.
And there it is. Let's run through it one last time. SGLT2 in the proximal tubule, blocked by SGLT2 inhibitors. NKCC2 in the thick ascending limb, blocked by loops, mutated in Barter. NCC in the distal tubule, blocked by thiazides, mutated in Gittleman. And ENaC in the collecting duct, blocked by potassium-sparing diuretics, overactive in Little syndrome. Seriously, pause right now and screenshot this slide. Burn it into your brain. This is everything. You've totally got this. Good luck!